Hey folks, Country Prepper here. So, I have been gone for a little while, and that is just mainly because I've had a lot of work to do. I got some catching up to do, a couple sheath orders that I need to get out right away. I'm working on one right now for Chris. It was a bushcraft system sheath for a Garberg, and I got all the pieces made, and then I realized I didn't make the base part of the sheath big enough. So I'm kind of working some overtime to try and get some of this stuff out, because, well, I've had a lot of customers, sending me messages, emails, wanting like an ETA, estimated time of arrival, on their sheath, and the more I run this business completely by myself, so the more messages I get, the longer, or the less time I have to work on sheaths. So I'm trying to get caught up, and I am restructuring my business, but that's not what this video is about. I'll do a different video on that. But basically what I'm getting at is I had to unplug for a while, guys. I was getting so many message notifications, and people ask me questions on my Facebook page and Instagram and Twitter and here on YouTube, and it's a lot of work to get to and still try to keep a business going. So I was just kind of getting to the point where I was so tired of getting notifications on my phone that I just shut it off. I had to. I was going to go crazy. And so I took about a week and just unplugged. And I'll tell you what, it is reinvigorating, to say the least. I highly recommend it. If you ever get to start, feeling overwhelmed, and you just feel like you're going to pull your hair out. No, that's not why I did that. It's just hot. I got the air conditioner shut off because I got to press the sheath. So I got the oven on. I need to put a bigger breaker box here in the shop. I can't run the oven at the same time as the air conditioner. So it gets hot in here when I'm pressing sheaths. And it was like 100 degrees today. But anyhow, what I was saying is, if you get to feeling overwhelmed, I highly recommend just unplug. Just shut off the phone, shut off the computer, or just don't turn Facebook on. Or if you're, wherever you get a lot of notifications, just shut it off. Stop looking at it. And it was great. It was fantastic. It's energizing to get back, get away from all the electronics once in a while. So it's one thing I think a prepper should do every now and then anyhow, because, or anybody in general, really. We get addicted to social media in a certain way, and not like an addiction like smoking or something like that, but we do get to the point where we're constantly checking our phones for notifications, or, when you're running a business like I'm doing, you have to, sometimes you got to have alerts on your phone, and it makes a bunch of noise when you're getting notifications. Sorry guys, sweating like crazy in here, but it gets kind of annoying after a while. So just like I said, I highly recommend unplugging once in a while. I did it for a week, and I got caught up quite a bit. So anyhow, when I got things turned back on, and I had a bunch of messages, people wondering where I've been, haven't put up a video for a while, and so I have a bunch of different things going on. If you'll notice back there on the wall, I have no Schrade knives left on my wall. There are no Schrade knives left on my website. I am selling almost all my knives except for my Moras and the knives that I actually use. And I'm restructuring my business to try to cut down on turnaround time, have more of a personal relationship with my customers, get more one-on-one with them, work with them really close, and give them the best experience possible, along with the best sheath that I could possibly make them. And so, because doing the production sheaths, I'm rushed. I'm rushed all the time because I have customers that don't know me, that don't follow me here on YouTube. They're up my ass all the time. And, every once in a while they'll get bent out of shape because they don't know what's going on. Like I had, severe tooth infection after getting 3 teeth pulled. And I was on all kinds of drugs and painkillers and stuff. And I don't think anybody wants me working on their sheath when I'm all drugged up. So they had no idea, though. So they got mad and wanted refunds, canceled their orders. That hurts the business. It makes me feel bad. It gives me kind of, I don't know, just makes me feel like like I'm letting people down, I guess. And so, you know, I don't like to do that. So I'm making some changes, and I'll do a video specifically about that. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys, I don't know, an update, let you know that I'm still alive. And the whole thing with the Schrade thing, if you didn't see the video on Prepared Mind 101, or if you haven't seen on multiple other channels, Schrade proved that, well, when Smith & Wesson or BTI Tools took over Schrade, they don't give a damn about their customers. They don't give a damn about the people that design their knives, promote their knives, or anything like that. They're just there to make a buck, and they don't care if they're even putting out a quality product anymore. So I will have nothing to do with Schrade ever again. They burned us once years ago. Now they're burning us again. After Taylor Brands took them over, they did good for quite a few years. They started getting their reputation up there pretty good, and then Smith & Wesson just shit all over the whole thing. So, or BTI Tools, it's owned by Smith & Wesson. But anyway, I'm actually ashamed to even own a Smith & Wesson gun right now. So, no more Schrades. I will not own another Schrade knife, as far as I can tell. My Jess X, I have a sheath. I have a knife. I have the original Jess X out of the first run. This, the one with the saber grind. It's brand new, never been used. Saber grind. And I was going to make a sheath for it, for Chris Tanner. He was going to put it on his channel, and that would have given my business a hell of a boost. So that's the other reason I'm pretty pissed off at Schrade right now, because I am not going to make any, I'm not going to have my business associated with a business that has those kind of ethics, that doesn't treat their customers right. And just, it was a big bait and switch. And so anyway, I don't want to talk about that for too long, but I just kind of figured, well, I had the air conditioner off to press some sheaths. I might as well talk to you guys, make a video, let you know what's going on. One other quick thing is, on my old channel, on the CP Kydex channel, or I shouldn't say my old channel, my other channel that was just for the Kydex business, I used to do a monthly raffle, and that was just a way for me to reinvest in the business and have people, you know, people can help support the business a little bit. You know, small businesses are hard to keep alive this day and age. So it helps me expand. It helps me grow. And eventually, I'm really hoping to either buy some property, get a shop, and hire a couple of people if things do as well as they are growing exponentially, ridiculously fast. But anyway, I have the Cold Steel Finhawk. You win the knife and the sheath. Does have a nice click to it. I just don't have it completely finished. It's got green eyelets, OD green eyelets, and the accents. I have the ferro rod loop made, are going to be in Hexcam Echo 5. That is very cool kydex. So that's on the main page of my website, countryprepper.com, if you guys want to help support the business and get a good chance at winning a cool knife and a really cool sheath to go along with it. It's $1 per entry, or you get 6 for 5, or, you know, it goes up with every, you get a little extra for the more you spend. And you can enter as many times as you want throughout the month. So it ends at the end of the month. I'm kind of late getting this, telling you guys about it, but it's, I've been swamped. So, you know, I'm going to have a bunch of knives for sale. I sold a bunch of my knives. Going to be selling the rest of my Schrade knives after I get sheaths made for them. I had a few orders for just a few of them. But once I'm done with those orders, I'm going to sell all those knives. I've actually sold a few of them already. But anyhow, I'm also going to be selling some of my other knives that I didn't get a whole lot of orders for. The Condor Mayflower. I might actually do a video on that because it's a great knife. I need to make a kydex sheath to go with it because it's a great neck knife. And all my production sheaths are going to be on. The only production sheaths I'm going to make, build-to-order sheaths, are for Mora knives. So those are on my Etsy store if you're interested in those. What else do I have going on? I'm working with a bunch of other YouTube channels, and I'm going to be announcing pretty soon a way for me to like sponsor channels, and we can work together to help each other out, because the ad revenue went all to hell. And so it's a way for me to get my name out, for you to make a few extra bucks if you have a YouTube channel in this genre, and things like that. So I'm already working with Tim over at Everyday Tactical Vids, Joe Robinette, and Chris Thorne from Dropforge Survival. I have a sheath and a knife going over to Jacob Peterson at the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. That video will be coming up here pretty soon. What else? A bunch of people. Just a bunch of people that are getting in on this idea that I have, and I've just been kind of working on that behind the scenes before I do a big unveiling type of thing about it. But I thought I'd give you guys a little heads up. But anyway, I actually need to get back to work. I think my oven's heated up enough. Need to get the knife taped up so it's got some good clearance. And yeah, so better get my butt back to work so I can keep my customers happy. But I will be able to get some videos going again here pretty soon. If I have to, I will close my books for a couple of weeks. And that's part of the other reason why I did the whole Unplugged thing. Restructuring the website. I took my Etsy store down, my eBay store down for that week, and so I didn't get any orders off of those, and that helps me catch up a little bit, just not having that week full of orders. Really, it really gives me a little breathing room, in other words. So that was part of the idea behind it as well. And so I'm going to melt if I don't get this done. So, thanks for watching, guys. I have a sheath video coming up for you next. Yeah, that's about it. So, thanks for watching. See you next time.